Okay, hey guys, how y'all doing?
Just another Tuesday.
Yeah, and I
Is it
still
another
have to go to
Tuesday?
work.
It feels like the ultimate Tuesday.
You know, you can't be an ultimate unless you put a taco in it, man. That's what Tuesdays
You
are
can't be an
about.
ultimate. You can't be an ultimate unless if you're reading Ultimates from Marvel.
Yep.
Aren't you excited?
Well, I mean, come on. It's only Hawkeye that's going to save Ultimates for me, so, you know?
Hawkeye will be there. Okay, you forget he's one of the founding Avengers. He can find hope in the series. Okay.
Okay. I just have my, my guard up. I already saw what he did in issue 2 of my fave, so, yeah.
I'm
See how that
telling you,
holds up.
issue 3 is gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like, "What? I didn't even know."
I'm not reading issue 3, man. I told you. Yeah. After seeing who pops up in issue 3, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Wait, when's Hawkeye coming in? When's Hawkeye coming in?
Huh?
When's Hawkeye coming in?
5.
Oh, so you're coming in. You're gonna check him out in issue 5, or you just?
I'm gonna check him out. If I can snag that variant, what can I say? Like, a good enough variant could buy you anything,
I guess it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if anyone wants a rundown about how I feel about what was it, Sonic meeting My Hero, I think it was a waste of time. I think it's okay. It can work. It's just I really wish it was Sonic and Dragon Ball. That's all it was. Because it's Sonic community and Dragon Ball community. They go hand in hand. Okay, that's fine. What else did I talk about yesterday? Ben 10 reboot. Yeah, do that.
There you go. And don't worry, you can talk about your My Avengers Superman news next week because hey, Cyborg Superman's popping up. Apparently, we got that news.
So, because Henshaw was in the last season. So.
Yep. All right. Yeah, you can explain that more next Monday.
Did he? I wasn't paying attention. Did he actually die? Oh wait, he might have died. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I promised myself I keep up with what Hank Henshaw was doing this season in the finale.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of lost track of him because Superman had to hug the brainwashing out of his cousin.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Man, seeing what happened in that, like, what was that that DC animated movie, The Apocalypse or something like that, the one where Darkseid just fully slaughtered all the heroes, and they became. Yeah, I'm like, okay, Hank Henshaw ain't looking bad compared to most of the heroes who got cyborg eyes,
Yeah. All they need to do was hug each other and break the brainwashing when you think.
You think all the hugs in the world could get rid of that kryptonite tattoo on Superman's chest, man?
Didn't the power of love?
No, but I did get the Banana Fish art book, so I think I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Didn't the power of love break through Superman that spell though?
I forgot.
Yeah,
Or what was it? Like when he got his mind controlled by Darkseid?
It was by Trigon, and then he was like,
oh,
love, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what happens. Power of love conquers all.
Yeah, I guess.
But hey, why don't we start?
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll open this up. Well, welcome, audience. Welcome, the Comic Fanatic Comic Reviews of the Week. You're here, me, Cryptid Zeker 415. I got no one to talk about a certain book, so go ahead.
Yeah, this is Jake Tylenol. And you know what? I hate the world. Maybe that's my arc. Maybe that's my intro. I hate the world.
Austin is currently dead, as he always is.
What? What's up?
Hello? No, I was just saying that Austin was dead. I thought you finished your intro.
No, I was like, I hate the world, but I also love it too, and that's what it means to be Superman.
Okay, well, also Austin is dead. We killed him. He knew too much. And I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and I wanted to go back to my Namor book, but I can wait.
See.
And together, we are the Fanatics, -1. We talk about the news and reviews of the week. Today, on Tuesdays, we only talk about comic news. Is this going to be a permanent thing? I think so. We have a couple interesting topics for you. We got some IDW Sonics. The latest issue came out. Avengers Academy number 3 and 4. A super massive
No, it's
discussion.
4 and 5. It's 4 and 5.
I'm reading
4 and 5.
Yes, but we also have a super massive discussion about the supermassive verse, and a little bit of freedom coming your way with Captain America. All right, so
that's true.
Don't forget to like this video. If you like us, don't feel forced. Even a dislike can help. And also,
Be forced.
if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment for that algorithm. Talk about. Let's think of a question. What do you think Doctor Doom's underwear looks like?
I'm pretty sure I saw that in a Deadpool comic.
Find that Deadpool comic and then tell us what you think it should be and what it actually is.
Funny enough, I think that was the exact miniseries where Deadpool lost his immortality. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's doomsday for your future if you see Victor in his underwear. You lose your immortality. Yeah. But all right then. I guess with that, we can start tonight off. So Jake, it's all you, buddy.
All right. Tensions rise as the Phantom Rider strikes again in IDW Sonic number 71. Are we not pulling up the single image?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Let me get to
Forget
that.
audience. Technical difficulties. We're still new to this particular thing. It's a new feature for us. But yeah.
Okay, now reintroduce yourself. Reintroduce the comic.
Tensions rise as the Phantom Rider rides again in IDW Sonic number 71. I am still really enjoying this arc. This issue is really good, and it's even turned me around on some characters I was losing interest in. I have been complaining about Lanolin the sheep. She has been so in the Sonic IDW community, we call them OCs. These are characters that were introduced in the comics, not the games, and they only exist in the comics so far. Lanolin is one of the OCs, and she has been kind of a hard ass. Cryptid, to give you an example, you know how you always hate when there are these characters that make Captain America look bad. That's basically what Lanolin does to the main cast since she's started this arc. So people haven't really been liking her. She has some defenders, but people haven't really been liking her. But what I like about this issue is that seems to actually be a character arc for her right now. So basically, so she's slowly getting frustrated. We see she's slowly getting frustrated with the idea that she cannot stop the Phantom Rider. She gets immediately taken out in the next interaction with the Phantom Rider, and her team is now showing signs that they don't really trust her because she's been kind of a jerk to everybody else. Her team, Tangle and Whisper. Tangle finds out the identity of the Phantom Rider is actually Sonic the Hedgehog, which we already knew, but she didn't know. And so she's concerned that Sonic might be a bad guy, which, Sonic? No way. But she knows there's probably something more to it, but she doesn't trust Lanolin enough to really diverse that information to her. So she's talking to Whisper, the only person on the team that she trusts. And Lanolin knows there's something she's holding from her, and it's making her angry, basically. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is drama that I'm here for. There are people who think that Lanolin might become an anti-hero by the time this arc is over. I hope that's where she goes. I'm really hoping this isn't going to end up with like a discussion about like, oh, I messed up. Let me just change my ways, and she's back to, I think this should be the
status quo. Okay?
Back to the status quo. I really hope this becomes an interesting thing for her, because honestly, a lot of this arc is her fault. She took the word of a rookie over her own teammates who were telling her that rookie is a shapeshifter that is out to get them, basically.
Ooh.
She kicked off a potential heavy hitter for the Diamond Cutters. She kicked Silver off the team.
Mhm.
And she also made Whisper doubt herself, and make her feel insecure about what she believes is real, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and, and this, like I said, this is her first arc being a leader, and she's messing up in ways because she's so by the book. Basically, she does
Uh-huh.
everything by the book, but she's not flexible enough to be the leader that this team needs. So I
Yeah,
find
yeah.
that interesting. We also have some cool dynamics with Jet the Hawk, who is Sonic's hoverboard racing rival. Basically, he's one of the characters who finds out that like Sonic is the Phantom Rider, and I love how this pisses him off because he feels like he was being screwed over. He's like, I think he has a line where he's like, "How could Sonic do this to the race? How can you do this to me?" Basically, because
Mhm.
Jet is a glory hog, basically. So he wants all the glory for himself, and so Sonic keeps taking it away from being the Phantom Rider. But I do like how his rivalry with Sonic cues him in on something going wrong because his team is like, well, why would Sonic do this? He's not really a bad guy. Why would he cause trouble on the racetrack? And Storm says like, oh, maybe it's for money. And Sonic's like, and Jet's like, no, Sonic's a good guy. He wouldn't do anything for money. In fact, he's always been a hero. And if he's being a hero, that means there's something wrong with the race. Someone's trying to scam the race, basically.
Aw.
Um, and I love how he's able to deduce this just because he knows Sonic so well. I think that's a great bit of character for him.
Mhm.
And it prompts him to want to investigate the race because the Babylon Rogues, they're actually pirates, basically. So if
Ooh.
someone's scamming the race, that means the Babylon Rogues are being scammed, and they don't want to be scammed, basically.
Damn.
Uh, Another surprise character we have is Surge, who is, again, for those who forget, is the genetic. I wouldn't say she's a clone, but she's a genetic approximation of Sonic. Her
A
whole life,
fancy word for a clone, I see.
yeah, she's not a hedgehog. She's a Tenrec.
Okay.
And she has a sidekick called Kit Tsunami. They were basically kidnapped by Dr. Starline and brainwashed and tortured into being anti-hero versions of Sonic and Tails, basically.
Mhm.
Except they have the worst trait. So Kit Tsunami, unlike Tails, he is completely loyal to Surge. His brain is wired in a way where he cannot say no to her, basically. Um, and Surge is wired to hate Sonic and want to like destroy him and ruin everything he is, basically. Um,
Mhm.
so they've been kind of infiltrating the race because they've been working with the bad guys to try to destroy the Restoration HQ because that's what this is all about. But ever since she's been fighting the Phantom Rider, the whole crowd is mistaking her for a good guy. So this is how they're going like, well, hold on a minute. I kind of like people cheering for me and calling me a hero, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and there's even like a little kid who comes up to her and she's like, after the race, and a kid's like, oh, you're Surge, right? Wow, you're so cool. You helped yourself during the race. I want to grow up to be just like you someday. and,
Uh-huh.
and Surge is like, oh, well, now I feel bad because I didn't do this to save the day, but everybody thinks I'm a hero, basically.
Aw.
So
Mhm.
now it makes her want to be a hero. She wants to do the right thing for a change, and so um, now, for people who know behind the scenes, Ian Flynn has said on his podcast. Ian Flynn is the creator of Surge the Tenrec. He's the writer. He was the writer who made her. He has
Yeah, yeah.
said that he did not want Surge to be a good guy. That was the last thing he wanted. He wanted Surge to stay a villain. But he's not the head writer anymore. Evan Stanley
Mhm.
is basically. So this could
Mhm.
go either way.
Okay,
so,
okay.
so will Surge you become a good guy? We don't really know. But now that Sonic's identity is outed, the pressure is on. And everyone is like it feels like we're coming to a final head in the next couple of issues. Especially because Amy and Tails are able to figure out that the person behind this is the Kingpin standing character for this franchise. Clutch, again, basically he's Sonic's universe's version of Kingpin, basically.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Oh,
and so
dude.
he's trying to destroy the Restoration HQ so he can take their business but make a profit out of it, basically.
Okay.
And so basically, he's using the race as a way to facilitate the destruction of Restoration. Um, So yeah, the next couple of issues are going to be very interesting. Like I said, this is the most fun I've had reading IDW since, I would say, the Zombot arc. Even the arc after that, the Chow Race arc. I think actually since that arc, I think I've been having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so I highly recommend getting on board with this. Again, in order to, I can't recommend this to new fans. This isn't really a jumping on point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless if you're like me and you don't care and you'll just pick it up as you go. But if you're not and you need that detail, you would probably have to go back to uh the bad guy storyline
Mm-hmm.
and work your way up from there to get where we are now. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think this is a really fun issue. This is exactly what they needed to revitalize interest in the comic line. And I'm really excited to see where the coming issues go for the next couple of months. I really can't wait for the final arc. So, if Evan
Right.
Sally plays her cards right, this might be the first arc she has written that I actually really like. So,
Ooh, cool.
so yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
Yeah. Sounds like a cool issue, especially if you're into like the all those characters and lores, you know? So
yeah,
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 that's cool.
yeah.
But all right then. Mind if you stick around for the next topic?
Yeah.
Uh
I guess I'll try to stick around until Austin gets here.
Gotcha, gotcha. Next topic, I'll to hold off for Austin. Captain America number 11. Pull up sec. Bring up the picture. All right, next topic.
Pause.
Yeah.
You skipped someone.
Who? Do. Hold up sec. Yeah, but then you could talk about both of them back to back, which
Okay.
issues. Hmm.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
just keep
so
looking at this Twitter thread.
gotcha. All right, so to Captain America number 11, audience. As you can tell, if you were here previously for my previous discussions on this run, love the first arc. It was really great. This one, it's just all over this second arc. It's really just all over the place with these agents of change. That's a good premise. It's just I don't see these people as being agents of change on the level of Steve. You know, people
Mhm.
who have a a great impact in the world. But and all of them tend to be mutants for some reason. Um, so here, this is the moment I was actually looking most forward to because the next person Captain America is going to have to look for, his greatest influence on the world is actually dying. So this is a bit of a dilemma for Steve. He's talking about this with the angel right here. She's the one who's kind of like guiding him. She owns the building, the front door where you have like all these mutants basically doing a performing art center, and she's out looking for these agents of change too. And she's like saying, well, it's kind of like the same thing with you, Steve. Remember, you enlisted in the army, and that in itself was risking your life too.
Yeah.
I guess. So anyway, the Captain America goes with the two other agents he recruited. Again, two other mutants, and yeah, they find this guy in a sewer tunnel in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Okay. Apparently, he has a line waiting for him. A bunch of people from all walks of life are waiting for their chance to meet this person. You
Yeah.
even have like this. You even have like this
Oh.
secretary here who's like meeting spots for this guy. Okay, this is pretty. This guy has to be pretty interesting, right? I mean, he even has his own security guard. She basically looks like Angela, Thor's sister. I was like thinking, wait, is that her? Like she has golden armor, red hair, a big sword. She's like anybody who causes harm to this person, will meet their end or whatever. And yeah, this is where I actually want to bring you guys a picture of what this guy looks like.
Okay.
And he looks like the type of guy who never blinks. Okay, I'm bringing the picture up.
That sounds funny.
Yeah,
It just doesn't.
look, look. This is
Where'd you
him.
put it?
I just put it up in here in the thumbnail.
Oh, I didn't know we could do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh wow, that's a weird.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. This which any thoughts on this guy's design?
It's
Which?
boring.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
You know what he looks like? You know what he looks like, Cryptid? He reminds me of in a loose way. He reminds me of Sesui. Is that the name from Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh yeah, yeah, he actually does. The haircut. It's a haircut, really. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, they finally meet him and they ask, okay, so what's he's guess what? A mutant. Wow. Okay. Audience, don't ever say that Captain America never does anything for mutant people, all right? Just want to bring that up, okay? So they ask, okay, so what's your power? His power is I walk in the dreams of others, seeing what they see, feeling what they feel. I could take the pain of others into myself, freeing them of my agony.
Wait, so he walks into their dreams?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess what dreams don't necessarily correlate to your emotional state at the time, though. Like I don't know
I,
what that.
I don't know. And then his bodyguard is also further explaining that he also his powers also access some energy that where if you lie in his presence to him with some evil intent, you actually die. And I'm like, wait, I'm really confused by this.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait.
this is
Run that back. Run that back.
so apparently if you lie with evil intent in front of him, you die.
I went. Okay. So like,
This is
so what
this
we
is
do,
start. Oh, go ahead, Jake.
what we do is we put him in every event, and we just get the villain to lie about something.
They put his powers to the test, I guess, and this is starting to feel like reading one of those new Yu-Gi-Oh cards in modern day. Like I, all these small little texts you have to read on an overcomplicated card because it's kind of like the same thing with the other two agents that Steve Rogers had recruited. You have that other person, that rock and roller who could see energy and can also that also allows them to see through all the cameras in the world for some reason. And
Which is a
yeah,
weird mutant power. You would think the power would be like I could connect to electronics. Like,
yeah,
why does it stop at like cameras specifically?
I I know.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of these agents are ending up being letdowns. Audience is what I'm trying to say. I'm still trying to find out why their influence in the world will be that drastic. I mean, I don't even think the X-Men comics are going to be bringing these people in.
Yeah.
So anyway, Captain America has a conversation. Tells him to watch his back because the demon might be coming in to attack him. Cap goes back to the front door, the Performing Arts Center of all the mutants. He has a conversation with the Angel, this and that. There's some dialogue about her, wanting to offer Captain America a home here. She talks about how, like, ever since Steve was here, he's been struggling to find a home, right? And that's one of the reasons why he went back to buy the apartment complex, that he grew up in. Like, to say that that's his way of trying to recapture a home that he once had. I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh.
I'll right there.
What's up?
Uh, yeah, Jake. Which,
Oh, I was
which?
just, yeah.
Oh, okay. You said hello, so I thought
I
you cut
said
Oh,
out.
oh
because
because you
yeah,
cut out.
yeah, you cut out.
Oh,
Yeah. You're back now, though. It's all good.
okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, she basically gives him a speech. It actually kind of looks like they were about to kiss, actually, but Captain America's just going off to, I guess, recruit the next agent of change, and apparently the demon now gets brought back to the surface in human form. So, guess we'll see where that goes. Um,
The more I hear this, the more I would just like take out the whole like the demon, the mystical stuff. Why can't we just have a story about Captain America just going around the country and finds these people who
mhm.
inspire change? You know what I mean? Like you just like it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be a big deal, just casual. You know?
ordinary people. Again, you don't have to have superpowers, or you don't have to be fighting Nazis or Hydra to be a positive influence in the world. You
Yeah,
know?
I think it would be a. I think we said this last time. But I think it would be a positive
Yeah.
message. Just like it also would flesh out Captain America more. Like we every time we talk about Captain America movie ideas, right?
Yeah.
You talk about the biggest stories, but like if
Mhm.
we have to come up with a Captain America TV show, this is how you do it. You just have Captain America, doing his thing. He sees a problem in like a local environment, and he meets someone who wants to inspire change, and he inspires them with him. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
There you go. You know?
yeah, like
Like I'll
yeah,
never forget that moment with Sam Wilson in in the current Avengers run by Jed McKay, where uh, a truck driver was destined to have an accident because he was so sleepy, but he had to deliver medicine to this one town, and so that's why he's trying to make this drive despite feeling drowsy. That Sam Wilson just comes up and says, hey, I'll help you deliver the stuff. I'll be driving while you get to sleep.
yeah,
Stuff like that.
yeah.
Yep. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
just thought that the agents of change is like I think I get the idea of like you could make change from anything, but I feel like it's so like I
you
don't know if
made
it's like
the problem
esoteric.
is you made them all mutants.
Yeah,
And
well,
like
you made them
that.
all. You made them like maybe one or two could be mutants because like mutants are part of the
Hmm.
Marvel universe, so like they should be a part of the conversation. Uh,
Hmm.
I just think like the whole like they're destined to like fight like the devil or something like. I'm just like that's like why do we do that? We don't need all that, you know.
Yep, exactly. But
Yeah.
now I have to remind myself that, hey, even Chip Zdarsky, who has like an impressive track record of great stories, he still has Gotham War in his record. We all have
This,
our fall from grace moments,
this is a Chip
But
Zdarsky.
nah, it's J. Michael Straczynski, the one who literally wrote that scene between Captain America and Spider Man, the one about you move
Oh
in
yeah,
Civil War. Yeah,
yeah,
that's literally why Marvel came back, that hired him to write Captain America. He did a good first arc.
yeah.
That was a phenomenal one. But if there's also another saving grace to this, I gotta say is guess what? Retreat. It's a little bonus story. Just in time for Deadpool and Wolverine's movie to be hitting, Marvel
Oh,
decided, you know what? Let's have some time traveling, portal hopping shenanigans with these two.
what a coincidence!
Apparently, yep, weapon extraction. This started in the last issue of Incredible Hulk, right? Where Wolverine's just popping up into a bar and he accidentally runs into Deadpool. He's like, I ain't having this today. He leaves. Deadpool's like, hey, wait, what's up, buddy, man? Come on. What do you have a problem with me? And he's like, you're the most annoying person in the world. Oh, no, no, no. Scratch that. You're the most annoying person in the multiverse.
Oh my
I'm
god,
like, damn.
there's not another place.
And, yeah, Deadpool didn't take that too kindly. And wouldn't you know it? A portal opens up in between them and they get sucked into it. So that was the first part of the story. And the next part of the story is actually in Captain America number 11, Weapon Extraction. You see Deadpool and Wolverine like hopping across the multiverse, man. Deadpool's like, hey, let's see the potential of the multiverse. Maybe you could find a version of me that isn't annoying, Logan. Okay. I mean, let's look at the possibilities. Oh wait, can you imagine ourselves in 2099? This is a little mental exercise for you guys. Picture Deadpool and Wolverine in 2099.
Like the 616 or like in
No, like
2099 or like just
it. Just imagine,
like
like in your minds, what would they look like?
did we say that already with
Yeah, we kind of see it, but
Deadpool?
no, just make it up in your mind. What would they
Uh,
look like? Just have that image in your
following,
mind.
I'm following the themes of how they did stuff in the 90s, so they would be like color inversions. So I think
Yeah.
Deadpool 2099 was black and red.
Yep,
I think
with high tech weaponry and that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay,
But with
okay,
the
but now here Deadpool's like, wait, you know what? No, screw 2099. Let's think about our 3099 versions.
I don't think the Marvel Universe is lasting to 3099. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's
no, just think of it. Think of it. Think of what they will look like in 3099, man. Come
uh,
on, you know.
what do we think 39? So I'm assuming it's gonna be based off what we think that future will be. So very sleek armory, techno organic
Yeah,
type.
yeah, that's basically what they look like in 3099.
All
Without
right.
Deadpool's like, no, no, you know what? Let's do a little bit. Let's go extreme. Let's think 4099.
Uh,
Just
am I gonna? You want me to guess that one too?
picture that in your minds, you know.
Okay. What's
I
49?
I would think like at that point they kind of look like Celestials, you know.
Celestials, like beyond godly. It's like,
Yeah, like you have Deadpool kind of looks like a Celestial here, but his head is literally replaced with a gun.
there.
HE double gun. Okay, sorry. I had to make
Okay,
this the snap cube reference. I had to make a snap
That
cube reference.
that was a perfectly acceptable.
gotcha. Well appreciated.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now Jake, think of them at 5099.
There's the Marvel Universe does not live to 4099 or 3099. Okay.
just think of it, man. Come on, it's like stretching your imagination, you know.
There's nothing. What would you have in 5000? There's
imagine,
there's no we
imagine
can
being the
we're done. Wait,
hey, Jake. Just imagine being the artist who has to draw this, man. He gets the script and he's like 2099 version, okay. 3099 version, okay. 4099 version, okay. 8099
in
version.
5099, history has humanity has fallen. We're restarting from the ground up. They are cavemen again.
Mm-hmm.
So what did they say? What did they do 5099?
Yep, yep. There you go. So, that's part of the story kind of ends with like, what's it called? They pop up in the zombie universe, and Deadpool gets bitten.
Zombie.
Yep, because why
Damn.
not? Even Deadpool's like, okay, yeah, this is kind of a little bit cliche at this point, you know. So,
Yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 Marvel Zombies universe. What the hell
mm-hmm.
is that, Jake?
I
Uh
don't have
oh.
any say over it. I didn't make it. Hello?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I
can
didn't
you
make
hear
it.
us?
Yeah, I don't have any say over the zombie
No,
universe.
we
I
got it.
can't. Huh?
There's
Hello?
at least 3 or 4 now. So
Yeah.
Wait, can you guys hear
So,
me?
yeah, we
yes.
can hear you, Jake.
I'll make a trip.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much how the issue ends with Deadpool getting bitten by a regular zombie. It doesn't look like there's any superhero zombies. It's just literally typical zombies, if that makes sense. Like, if there is such a thing as a typical zombie, you know? So, all right. I would say that last part actually saved this comic for me. So, yeah. Oh, Jake, you might be happy by this, but the next story will be in this week's Fantastic Four comic.
Okay. All right.
Don't you want to see Mr. Fantastic 3099, man?
No.
I'll see I want to see Pedro Pascal. I just want to see him.
Gotcha, gotcha. But all right, yeah, that's pretty much it for my book. So, all right, let me pop up the next one. Are you gonna say for this one, Jake?
So Austin gets here.
Yeah. All right,
Cool.
which it's all you.
I'll do them back to back because I can. Okay. So I'm talking about Marvel Voices Avengers Academy issue 4. Lesson number 1 is the fastball special. And if you don't know what the fastball special is, have you ever read an X-Men comic in your life? They'll explain. Don't worry. Anyway, so we cut to New York City about 30 minutes ago, where this villain known as the Rhinoceros is trying to fight Aaron and Justin. And Aaron's like, we're gonna be late. And Justin's like, we're not gonna be late. And so we cut over to Avengers Academy in the Savage Land, and Logan, aka Wolverine, is like, you're late. And so they apologize. Aaron's like, oh yeah, sorry, it's my fault. And then Justin's like, no, it was my fault. I wanted ice cream. And then the Rhino lady pulled up, and like, if anyone's gonna get detention, it's gonna be me or her, I guess. But she's in jail, so it's close enough.
Yeah.
Anywhoosies. So Logan's like, okay, sheesh, no one's getting detention, okay? Like, grown-ups already got poker later, and I don't do babysitting. And so, so Colossus laughs, and he's like, I'm very sorry. That was pretty funny, Anyways, so Logan's like, okay, today's lesson is on the fastball special, And he's like, oh yeah, this guy, this burly communist, yeah, I trust him with my life. And showing up the picture that we have here, Colossus is like, oh yeah, Logan is very small, you must treat him with a lot of care, It's funny, don't worry about it. Anyways, so Colossus is like, I am simply explaining to the kids that I love you very much, man. And Logan's like, oh, come on, man, give me a break, man. So basically they finish their little banter, and they show the students what the fastball special is. So basically you take the big strong metal guy, you take the small angry Canadian man, and you yeet him as far as you can. That's how it works. Basically this was part of the reason why groups like the Five were able to be as successful as they were, because of this, mutant powers colliding. It's great. Anyways, so before Wolverine is able to do the full fastball special, Colossus is like, put away your damn claws so that you don't hurt the dinosaur. And so he crashes into Devil Dinosaur.
No.
Anyways, so Logan's like, okay, you get the idea? Cool, grab a buddy, let's get tossing. And Escapade's like, yo, where's Brielle? And so we cut over to the Midnight Chapel. And she has her sword out because something's wrong. She has her cat with her. She's like, okay, something's up, something's moving. And yeah, we see this like weird ghostly entity that's like, who's there? Can you help me? Like, can you fix me? Like, and all this other stuff. And she's like, what the fuck? She's trying to figure out what's going on. And so we cut over to a classroom where Shuri is teaching Lunella about different types of fake metals. Like, not fake, but you know what I mean. Fake for us, real for them. So it's like adamantium, vibranium, etc., etc. And Lunella is kind of low-key zoning out, watching Justin literally throw Aaron. Like, he's gonna get hurt, says Lunella. It's great. Anyway, so Justin throws Aaron, and he obviously is a little bit scared, and he crashes and tumbles, as you would expect, because Aaron, last time I checked, is not a 5'3" angry Canadian man. He's like a 5'8" gay panic boy, So he's not like Wolverine. So anyways, so Shuri's like, okay, what's up with you, man? Like, Lunella's like, with all these metals, they always get used for like weapons for hurting people. And Shuri's like, we choose to shape them, like, this is our choice. And then Lunella's like, hey, like, can you help me out with something? I have something in my mind. Anyways, so we cut back to Justin and Aaron, and Justin goes to check up on him, and Aaron's like, oh yeah, I'm fine, like, shoulder's still tight from the bees, and guess what, his shield breaks, because obviously when you get thrown at a very high speed and you tumble, yeah, your dinky little shield ain't gonna cut it, bestie. And I say that with all the sincerity in my heart. Anyways, Carol comes in, and she's like, okay, how they doing, Logan? And Logan's like, well, they're green as hell, man. Like, they can barely see through all the hormones zipping around. Like, they're gonna get hurt faster. And Carol's like, I'm worried that the answer is we are. So, Anyway, so Carol is like, okay, Aaron, Sheila, Red Goblin, like, can I see you guys in my office? And Carol's like, okay, I thought we should just all have a chat, about some irregularities that have come to my attention. And Aaron's like, she's kicking us out. And Sheila's like, she's not kicking us out, Aaron. Anyways, so Carol's like, okay, Sheila, your parents have flagged you as a missing person with every major police department looking on the eastern seaboard looking for you. And she's like, man, I bet probably not under my real name. And I bet it happens to the best of us. And Carol's like, Aaron, actually, I've been handed outstanding warrants in 11 different states. So, and Carol's like, and Red Goblin, Spider-Man vouched for you, but I have no idea who's under there except some scrawny emo kid. But I sure know a symbiote when I see one. And the spiky red ones make me particularly nervous, which valid because yeah. And so Normie is like, so you are kicking us out? And Carol's like, when I was a teenager, I ran away too. And she sighs and she's like, okay, I want to make this really clear. You guys are safe here. You're home. No exceptions, no conditions. So we have to make something new because if you don't bend, you will break, because, thanks. I did not say that in the right order, but it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so Carol's like, so I'll watch out for you and you got to watch out for each other. Is that a deal? And they all agree. And she's like, great. Now go brawl on the lawn with the tiny, hairy Canadian man. Why not? Because that's what she says. Anyways, so Brielle catches up to everyone. And she's like, oh, yeah, sorry, there was a call. And Sheila's like, no worries. You want to get whipped at a T-Rex with us? And Brielle's like, yeah, that sounds perfect. This is going to be great. Anyways, so we cut over to Lunella and Aaron on, this, on top of the steps. And she's like, hey, thanks for the other day. And Aaron's like, oh, yeah, it's nothing. And she's like, I almost died. So, do you know what these specific metals are? And he's like, are these some, fancy new deodorants? I don't know. Anyways, so she hands him the thing. And she's like, no, I made this just to say thank you. It's a new alloy. Sherry named it Lunellum. It stops bullets and it stops magic or, conducts it, And it will bend, but it won't ever break. So, Aaron gets a new shield. So, that looks pretty cool. How do I describe the shield? So, obviously, it's a circle. It has a star in the middle. But on the bottom part, it has red and black vertical stripes. And then on the top, it's white with little red flames. So, it really fits for Aaron, And, he loves it. She's happy. We're all doing great. Anyways, so yeah, all the kids are just having fun. And it's all great. Anyways, so we cut over to the teachers and Colossus like, damn, I guess I'm folding again. And Shuri's like, oh dear. And so Logan's like, okay, Pete, for the last time, this isn't strip poker. And Carol's like, Wolverine, shut the fuck up. So Colossus doesn't know that they're not playing strip poker. They're just playing regular poker. Mm-hmm. But don't tell him that. Anyways, yeah, that's where the issue ends. Well, for issue 4. Now we have to cut to issue 5.
Because before we get to issue 5, I think that scene of the poker thing, it sounds like more of a Hercules thing than a Colossus thing. But Hercules.
Dude, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, Hercules ain't here. Okay, this was about the fastball special, not whatever Hercules got going on right now. Okay.
Gotcha. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
Issue 5. Issue 5. This is an Aaron-centric issue, bestie. Your favorite character. Okay. Aaron is not a bad character. You're just being a hater for no reason.
Let's just start the book.
Okay, so we're talking about Avengers Academy issue 5. It's called Captain America in quote unquote on the ground. So we cut over to Aaron leaving the academy for the night, and we get to learn some stuff about his backstory, just a smidge, He's like, my name's Aaron Fisher. I'm Captain America sometimes. keywords sometimes, you know. But like the other Captain America, the one that don't matter. I mean, that doesn't. But you know, he's all good with it. And he does get the anxiety sometimes, but his mom always told him that the best way to cure the jitters is to get off your butt and help someone out, you know? And that's what he does, because, you know, he looks after the people who are, I guess, more disenfranchised. I guess that's the word to use. I don't know. I can't think of words right now. Still big boy words, but it's all good. Anyway, so we do learn that when he was a kid, him and his mom would help out, like, you know, at soup kitchens and all this other stuff. And yeah, we learned that after he came out, it did not end well for him, especially with his mom. So yeah, that's not fun. Anyway, so he goes to the Arnie Roth Community Center, you know, and yeah, he was like, oh yeah. And keep in mind, he doesn't know the full backstory of Arnie Roth, which, fair enough. But he does know that he was a guy that stood up to the Red Skull and told that guy to fuck off. So that was pretty cool. I mean, that's basically, you know, like, you don't need to get too deep into it. This ain't about Arnie Roth. It's about Aaron Fisher, you know, another person in Cap lore. Any hoosies. So, he volunteers there. He either works there or volunteers there, but for the sake of this, he's volunteering. Anyways, so he's just chilling out at the front desk, and this guy runs in, and he's like, shit, I'm late, you know? And so this guy's like flirting with Aaron, you know, because Aaron is a chaotic gay person, you know? And so basically, this guy signs up for a support meeting and all this other stuff, you know? And Aaron's like, you don't have to like sign in or anything. And this guy's like, no, it's cool. I'm not shy. You know, it's helping out people, you know, when it needs it. And when you learn his name is Kari, I believe that's how you say his name, like Kari Beck. So keep that last name in mind for later. Anyways, so Aaron compliments the ring that he's wearing, and he's like, thanks. My uncle left it for me before he died, you know. And so anyways, he leaves, you know. He's like, oh yeah, honestly, he was always a bit of a drama queen. Like, I'll see you later. And so Aaron leaves the facility sometime later. You know, we don't know how long of a period that was, but it's fine. And so he notices that someone broke into this like medical facility, you know, and he notices all the coolers with like insulin, HRT, PrEP. You get the idea. To anyone who doesn't know what PrEP is, it's basically to help like prevent HIV and AIDS. Just letting you know that now. If anyone was curious, okay, now you know. Anyway, so we see this guy looking through it, like all the stuff, and he's like, shit. And so he turns into his super villain persona, and he's like, stay back, hero, for I am Mysterian, you know. And Aaron's like, oh my god, this looks fucking awesome. And so Mysterian is like saying all this like other stuff, you know. I'm liberating them. I am denying access to this stuff to people without insurance, without money, without hope. And Aaron's like, really? So you're just like giving this stuff away to help people? And Mysterian's like, yeah, but like illegally. And so Aaron's like, no, I get that, illegal. And Mysterian is like, so if you want to fight, like, I get it. And Aaron's like, can I help? And he's like, and Mysterian's like, are you sure you don't, like, I've already had like this whole thing going on. Like, it was like very classic movie monster theme. Like, it was pretty cool. Like, it took forever. And Aaron's like, are there mummies? I don't like mummies. And he's like, I could take them out if you want. Like, hang on. It's like, okay, there are no mummies. Ready? And so he summons like the illusion of all these like universal monsters and all this other stuff. And Aaron's like, oh my god. And so we find out that it was the guy from earlier who was doing all of this, you know? And he gives Aaron a little peck on the cheek, as you do, because chaotic gay people, it's great. Anyways, so he's like, okay, come on, hero, let's do some crime, you know? And, you know, you gotta help out the people the way you can, you know? So basically, they're able to get all, like, the good people drugs, you know, to actual facilities that are gonna help out, you know? And it's all great. So Aaron's like, so, your uncle? And Kari is like, oh yeah, my mom's cousin technically. He was like a special effects genius. He was pretty cool. Like, he was pretty lonely, but he loved my mom more than anything, you know. And we see a little flashback of these two, of his uncle and his mom playing. You know, it's all great. And guess what? Guess what the name of the uncle was? You want to guess? No. No.
Go ahead.
No, you gotta guess. It's not fun if you don't fucking guess.
I'm not.
Steve.
His name's Quentin Beck.
Oh, I was never gonna guess that.
Mhm.
Dude, the main villain, the quote unquote main villain of this book is named Mysteriant.
Mysteriant?
Yeah, his uncle is Mysterio.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see.
Bitch, the people I have to deal with. Okay. Anyways, so before he died, he gave a letter to his to Kari, and we find out that Mysterio died from cancer, which fucking sucks. We don't know how long that's gonna last, but for this, it sucks, you know. But regardless, we have to cut to the club, you know, because all the robbing, the rich is done. So we gotta make merry, you know. I think that might have been a Robin Hood reference, but you know. And so Aaron's like, okay, we'll never get in. And he's like, don't worry about it. We're going through the bag. I do the tech here. It's all good. You know? And so they get to go in the club. They get to have fun, you know? And so guess what? Kari, he summoned Snow. And guess what? They go into the air. They share a little kiss, you know? It's all good. It's fine. It's all dandy. And so Aaron's like, I should go. And Kari's like, should you? And Aaron's like, I got a curfew. Like, Colonel Danvers will be. And Kari's like, we're like 40 and we already did a felony tonight. Like, something else? Someone else? Ooh. Just kidding. So Aaron's like, I'll see you soon, I promise. And Kari's like, well, means I get to say a classic, I'll get you next time, hero, while he's holding Aaron's mask. So we cut over to the academy. And Carol's like, you did what? And Aaron's like, hey, you said that we're here to decide what kind of heroes we want to be. And Carol's like, you stole from a company, a bad company, and you broke the law. And he was like, a bad law? Steve Rogers would have done it. I mean, where's the lie there? And Carol's like, God, honestly, I'm not sure if he would have. But, you know, every single regret I have, every single one, was when I was on the side of some bad shit law. That was a Civil War II reference, guys, if you didn't know. Don't get me started on Civil War II. That book was not good. Anyways, so Aaron's like, so I ain't grounded? And Carol's like, just hit the showers, kid. You smell like a rave and you're covered in glitter. And Aaron, what kind of hero you are? Like, you're definitely my hero. And he goes off to go to the shower because like she said, he smells like a rave and is covered in glitter. Anyways, so we see these like weird tentacle things come through Kari's window, you know, and he thinks that it's Aaron because he's not looking towards the window, so he wouldn't know. Anyways, oh, why did you do that to me, Marvel Unlimited? Anyways, sorry about that. So this mysterious person is like Mysterio Jr. and Kari's like, yeah, we're not going with that. And the other person's like, Kari, back, nice place. And he's like, it isn't mine. I'm like, no, it isn't, but it is mine. Anyways, so the other guy's like, I hear you have a knack for liberating commodities. And Kari's like, I take shit from people who shouldn't have it. Like, quite so. And the other guy's like, and tangle with superheroes with ease. And Kari's like, hey, only parts we tangled tonight were. And so he didn't get to really finish. So we find out that this guy's name is Squid Kid and he proposes a partnership, you know? And Kari's like, sorry, kid, I don't need a boy wonder. Like, I don't really do dynamic duos. And Squid Kid's like, actually, I was thinking less of a dynamic duo and more of a Sinister Six. And before I end this issue off, I would like to mention that Kari has, you know how Mysterio has the two little triangles with the eyes on it on his suit? Well, he has that as tattoos. So, anyways, so they're gonna be making their own Sinister Six. So that's where the issue ends. Yeah.
Sounds like an exciting issue, but what would you rate it?
Oh, pretty good.
Okay. Well, there you go. But
All right. So I
Ooh,
guess
wait,
that's
wait,
it for
wait. There's a
tonight.
Catpool Infinity comic, guys. We got to read that for next week.
For
Oh,
next,
what?
I'll be done.
Catpool.
Catpool.
It's
Huh.
yeah, it's Cat. Deadpool.
Oh, cat. Oh, okay. I thought you said Catpool. I'm like, wait, there's a Captain America Deadpool out there? Huh.
Will be.
I mean,
So
there probably is, but
Variants, but all right. You
I'll read it
talk
and then
about
I
that.
will tell you if I like it later.
Gotcha. And I'll be the Deadpool judge behind that. So, all
There is
right.
a parental advisory though, so this cat
Mm,
is gonna
Off,
go off.
off to a good start then. So,
what do we
Oh
do?
wait, Inhumans. There's
um,
Inhumans involved, guys.
cool. Yeah. Audience, we did have two more books to talk about, like No One and Massiverse, but we're gonna hold that off till next week. Really
Oh,
feel like, yeah, really feel like Austin should be here for when we discuss it. So.
oh my
All
God! There's a
Yeah, because
mouse pool. There's a mouse pool. This is gonna be a Tom and Jerry book with animal
right.
Deadpools.
I could, because I can only contribute so much to a book series that I don't really read.
Yeah.
So like
No,
I can.
I mean, big revelations are happening in both books. That's the thing.
So
And
I can't really add much to it. It's not going to mean as much to me as it will to Austin and Clifton.
yeah. So, all
But it
right.
is. We'll see you guys next week for whatever news we got coming on. Again, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And comment.
And
Mhm.
comment too. And again, if you're done answering about Doom's underwear, let me ask you this: what's your favorite version of pool of the dead variety? Okay.
Also, would you play strip poker with Colossus? There you go. That's another question to leave you guys off of.
As we know, Colossus is famous to play strip poker. Would you that is his. That is
That's a
his.
Hercules shit.
Maybe the next issue. Maybe the next issue,
all
which
right.
comes out this week. Also,
All right.
go read Catpool. I guess it's a Tom and Jerry story. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go read Namor from 2003.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, audience, we'll see you all later. Bye.